Are you a sponge or a faucet? I believe at times we're both of these. If you think about sponge energy, that's absorbing the energy around us. If you're a faucet, you're pouring out and you're really creating what the energy is around you. This is important to be mindful about who you're spending time with. I'm Stacey Berger. I'm a transformational coach in life and business, empowering business owners to create full spectrum success. Who you hang out with matters. Their energy, their mindset, their ideas will influence you. And when you're in that sponge energy and you're just absorbing the energy around you, if you're hanging out with people who are negative, who are in their conditions, in their circumstances, it can impact your mood, your behavior, and your results. Who you're hanging out with absolutely matters. Start paying attention to when you're in certain rooms, when you're with certain people. When you leave that room, are you inspired? Are you lit up? Or are you exhausted, maybe a little bit more tired, or you're starting to be more fearful and worried? We're taking on the energy of the people that are around us. That's where you want to consciously choose not to be a sponge where you're not just taking on their energy, but that's where you can be the faucet, making a decision about how do you want to show up in that room. As you show up as a light, inspired, excited, there'll be sponges and they'll start to take on your energy. Being very intentional about how you're showing up will have a positive influence on those rooms. You also want to put yourself in rooms where you're not the smartest person in the room, where you leave those rooms inspired. You leave those rooms with a little bit more hope. You are excited and feel celebrated and encouraged. In those rooms, be the sponge. You want to take on that energy because it will influence your thoughts, your actions, your behaviors, and your results. The rooms that you put yourself, the people that you hang out with absolutely matter. And the more intentional you become about where you're spending your time, who you're hanging out with, and am I in sponge energy where it matters? And am I in faucet energy when it matters? That distinction can be very, very powerful in creating your mood, in creating your behaviors, and of course, then creating your results. It's really easy to fall into default friend groups and community groups based on where you live, maybe the parents of the friends that your kids have or the sports teams they're in, maybe the friends that you grew up with. Notice when you're in default social groups. And just because you've known them for a long time doesn't mean that's who you want to spend your time with. Start to get more intentional about who do you want to hang out with. Create a vision for the people that you want to spend your time with, you want to mastermind with, you want to travel with, have fun with. Start creating new ideas of new friend groups, new business groups that are more in alignment with where you're going versus where you're coming from. The other amazing thing that happens is we do our own personal development work as we become that faucet pouring light on the planet. It's not uncommon for those other people who are no longer aligned to naturally fall away. It doesn't mean that they're bad people or that you think you're better than. It's just a different time, different place, different situation, different visions. Make it okay to let go of people in your life that aren't aligned with where it is that you want to go. If you're looking for a great group to be a part of, make sure you join our ever expanding Facebook group. That group is full of movers and shakers, people who are building dreams and will inspire you to achieve yours. I'm Stacey Berger. Here is to you living a life that you love.